Blessings, everyone. Today I would like to offer a reading. This is from the Fairies Oracle and also the flower petals. On a personal note, because today has been very magical, I have been setting up in my home an area that I may be able to share more readings. Also, I've been working on the sound healing, and it's just been miraculous. And I can feel the Fae energy very strong today. They're very playful. And it's always when I bring out the crystals or I'm doing the singing bowls, besides the angelic energies, the Fae come around, and they were kind of nudging. So I felt that kind of childlike joy to share a reading from them today. So first, I would like to say thank you to Source for allowing me to be the medium of light. And I ask all the Fae and their joy and childlike wonder to please step forward and help bring a message for the highest good. Thank you. I'm grateful. And today has been all about, I've been working with going through all of my crystals and setting them out to recreate the energy of this healing space. And oh my goodness, after they've been packed away for a while, it's just been miraculous. And I don't know if anybody who watches the videos works with crystals, but today has been a lot of amethyst, and one of the ones that I really enjoy working with. And I got this from Sage of Stones. This is a beautiful amethyst type wand. I absolutely love this piece, and this has been pulling me, as well as this gorgeous, I love showing off the crystals because the energy is just beautiful piece. Again, my friend Sage of Stones, Cameron, got me this piece, and it is just beautiful. The energy today that they have been kind of directing was to work with the third eye chakra. I also was working with the singing bowl in the key of B for the third eye. So if anyone is watching and you feel pulled to listen to that frequency, it really helps working when we're communicating with our psychic abilities. Any of our abilities, we want to keep them really clear. And that was a message that I got before pulling the oracle card, is to be aware of sometimes overthinking when we're getting messages, whether it's from the Fae or the angels, our loved ones in spirit, that if something isn't resonating right away, if we're not understanding the message, maybe it doesn't make sense, to trust, because it will. But in order to really get the clarity, to keep that third eye clear, just to be mindful of this, and whatever rituals or things that you do to clear out that energy, it's being encouraged. Now what I'd like to do is, whoops, almost forgot, I have shuffle. The first one always is for Source. The second one always embodies spirit or the higher self. And the third shuffle is for the soul. That beautiful story that we tell here. And then what I do is I just kind of move the cards. Oh, they want me to take this one right away. And it's lovely. It's raining, but I have all the windows open and I'm in a place where there's lots of light coming in. But they're saying the card today is go outside. It's time to go outside. Tune into the powerful peace of nature wherever you are and feel at one with your habitat. I love these cards. I'm sorry about the light here. This light that I use is sometimes it makes the card hard to see. But as I'm tuning in with the Fae, they are celebrating. They're saying even if we can step outside and bring a little bit of the natural world inside with us. I had gone outside a few days ago, they're reminding me, and I gathered some acorns this time of year in the Northern Hemisphere where I'm from on Long Island. There is a fall time or autumn, and all the acorns and the leaves are just glorious, and they're reminding me that sometimes we can't always be outside in nature. Some of us are working. Maybe there's some challenges with our health that doesn't make it easy for us to get outside always. But in order to work with nature and its energy, they are asking us then, even if we could step outside for 5 minutes or have someone that we are connected with to bring us some pieces of, we could take pine cones. That's where I'm from. There's a lot of pine cones. I brought in some acorns, some of the beautiful foliage. Even if we order some fresh flowers and have them delivered, if we have house plants, to sit with them a little bit, just to be with that energy. If it's possible to open a window slightly just to get some fresh air and breathe in the energy. They're saying that this helps the clearing. It helps keep that psychic third eye energy flowing. Also, stones. I have plenty of crystals behind me, but they're also saying, if you live near the shore and you can get some seashells, to bring those in and sit, even sticks, a few sticks, some grass. All of this carries a sacred energy. Go outside, they're saying, and if we can't, go by the window. Listen to the birds singing. Just be in that moment and let that childlike wonder come out. When I was outside, they're showing me, I was picking up all the acorns. I was laughing and I was having fun with it. And it reminded me of when I was young, we used to take the top of the acorn and put it between our fingers and make whistling sounds with it. And that's what they're asking us to remember, that we are not separated. We are nature. There is no separation between all of creation, the trees, the air, the earth, the sun, all of the elements. It is within us, and we are an expression of that. And staying connected with that helps us remember that childlike joy. Whether we were playing in the snow, if that happens where you live and you're part of the world, or going out in the leaves and jumping in the leaves. We used to do that when I was young. The Fae are saying, sit under a tree. If we have a blanket that we could sit, or put your feet on the grass. It's raining where I am. Take an umbrella and just listen to the rain on the umbrella. They're saying there's joy in everything. They're also reminding me that being part of nature and being part of remembering this, when we need to feel grounded, eat our root vegetables, have a potato, have a carrot, have some leafy greens. Remember to thank the plants. As we take a glass of water, infuse the water with an intention. Infuse the water of quenching. Infuse the water with the intention of clearing, re-energizing. As we have a cup of tea, honor the tea leaves, that there was a life that thrived within that plant that is now nurturing us. And in the space of reverence, we remember that we're connected with nature. Now, I have a lot of friends, they're reminding me, they're bringing in this image of a wreath, that are very creative with all of their natural abilities. Some enjoy canning. They're showing me someone canning. Some enjoy baking bread. Some gardening. And all of these things, even if they're reminding me, I used to work as a preschool assistant teacher, and we used to do crafts with the children. And one of the things that we always loved, and I think a lot of people did this when they were in school and young, we used to put the glitter on the pine cones and make decorations. They're saying, do this, take a moment. If this is accessible, play with nature, stay connected, and remember what joy it brings. Many people are adventurous. They like to go out and they go hiking. I love walking in the woods and sitting with the creatures. Some are into whitewater rafting. Climb a tree. All of these things that bring joy keep us connected with nature. But the most important part of all of it, the Fae are saying, is when we are in that space, when we're feeling that, to be grateful. Be grateful, even if it's just a moment when we're looking out of the window and the light is streaming in. And it looks magical. It is. Take that moment. They're encouraging. Don't let these little things slip away today. Feel that sun when it comes in the window. Or if it's really storming where we are, listen to how the rain sounds. It's the little things that bring the expanded state of awareness. It's like meditation. We all listen to sleep sounds and solfeggio frequencies, and so they're saying that this is nature's version of that. Even if we take a moment, if we're living indoors and we plant a few seeds of herbs, let our hands go in the dirt. Don't be afraid of that. Don't be afraid of putting our hands in the soil and getting a little dirty. It's good for us. So today's message, they are so joyous about this, is let ourselves have those moments of imagination when we're connecting with nature. Let ourselves laugh a little bit and giggle. Think about when we're young and we didn't care if we got a little muddy. It's good for us. It's freeing. Liberation doesn't always mean that we're vibrating at this really high frequency and now we're all mindful and completely attuned. Sometimes it's just laughing a little bit because we're picking seashells and noticing that they make a beautiful noise when they're clanking together. Or they're saying when you hold the seashell, that old idea that you can hear in the seashell the sound of the ocean. Play. Stay in tune with nature so that we don't feel so separated from it. So that we don't feel as though it's something we have to go into and surround ourselves with all the time to experience that. It's beautiful to go walk in the woods. It's glorious to go to the beach and have a swim. But if this isn't possible where we are at this time, bring it into us. Even if it's as simple as a few rocks from the garden, set it near where you are. if you're sitting at the table or next to your nightstand by your bed, just to keep that reminder that the natural world is thriving within us, that we are not disconnected ever, and the magic of a simple handful of rocks can bring back the memories of that bliss that we had when we were kids playing with them. Another thing that they're really pointing out to me is there's something with, now if there's any ladies watching or men that maybe pull your hair back, or if you tie your hair up, they're saying don't be afraid to put a feather in somewhere, stick it in the hair, or if there's a beautiful wreath, they're showing me like the daisies that get woven into the hair. Even if it's when we're alone, if we're walking along and we see a feather on the ground, it's like a wink from the other side, put it in your hair. There's something about this magic and this reminder that the hair for us, they're coinciding it, that it's a correspondence of like the feathers of the bird. We can feel the wind in our hair. When it's raining, the hair catches all the water. And so they're saying play with this, make it magical and fun. The Fae are pulling their energy back. It's always wonderful to feel them, because they do. Some people say they're very mischievous, and in some cases, yes, if we're in that space where we're connecting with them, they can play, but it's all to bring us to smile. It's not any kind of mischievous thing that would want to make us aggravated. But one of the things that I have, and I'd love to hear anybody if they have had these experiences recently, is I've been hearing like a lot of chimey sounds. It sounds like glass with the ringing, and also like that soft giggling sound. There's a few, we have raccoons in the yard at nighttime, and I always say they sound like giggling ponies because they make this sound. But I can always tell when the Fae are around, because there's that faint sound of chimes and giggling, and I'd love to hear if anybody else has been experiencing that now that the veil is very thin and the elementals are kind of working with the changes of the different seasons with everybody. They are really strong, and they've really been very playful. Much love, everyone. Thank you for allowing me to share this message with you. And also, if anybody is interested, I do have some videos. I post them mostly on X, what was once called Twitter, of the singing bowls. And it just helps each day. They usually tell me which colors to wear to attune to that. So you can find me on X under the same name. And it just helps to attune. I usually do the videos, the singing bowl videos, before I do any of these oracle readings. And it sets the space. So if anybody is interested in those, I do the whole notes for each of the chakras. And it's only a couple of minutes long. It's just to bring us into the presence, and also to help us be aware of each of these energy centers. So I invite you to check that out if you have a moment as well. Much love.